This is my artist, James Cameron. If you don't know who that is, I'm going to tell you. He is a director and producer. Like, he do everything about the movie. So he did Aliens in 1986 and The Terminators in 1991, Titanic in 1997, and Avatar in 2009. He was born in Canada in 1954 and then he moved here in 1971. Actually, he is graduate in a major of engineering, but he never worked as an engineer. So, in 1968, he watched this movie called A Space Odyssey, and after he watched this movie, he knew that he wanted to be a director, he wanted to make a movie. So when he grew up and he had a chance to make a movie, his first movie called Xenogenesis is about the sci-fi movie that was inspired by the A Space Odyssey. Actually, he's made all kinds of movies, but he does have an influence about the sci-fi movie. And the sci-fi movie in the past is almost like going out to the space, and this is in 1960. And you will see like all their costume. This will be like low technology. This is another one. And it is Star Trek in 1979.
Sir, it's on a precise heading for Earth.
Straight down. Maybe an object of unbelievable destructive power is less than 3 days away from this planet. The only starship in interception range is the Emperor. Ready or not, she launches in 12 hours.
Transport personnel report, sir. The navigator, Lieutenant Alia. She's already aboard and en route to the bridge, sir. She's Delta, Captain.
I was stationed on the lieutenant's home planet some years ago.
There you go.
I'm sorry.
Look at Steve.
Did you lift Delta home?
Are you trying to get out of that?
Yeah.
There you go. And then if you got it?
Okay, and in 1996, he made a movie called Aliens, and it was really excited because of all high technology.
Just tell me one thing, Brooke.
And you will see all the different films from the last one.
There's nothing back here.
Look, I'm telling you, there's something moving and it ain't us.
Get out of there!
Okay, and this is some pictures from Alien. You see all the high technology. combination of the animation and the real people. And this is how he made it. He filmed like the real people and then he made it into an animation. And in the movie there was a real world and a fake world. This is the fake world called Pandora. And this is the original sketch of Avatar.
People have asked me, what was your inspiration? What was the trigger? They're looking for some kind of proximal cause, and there really isn't one, okay? It's my whole life. It's my entire childhood. I grew up in a town in rural Canada. I spent all my time in the woods. I loved critters, you know? I would catch anything that moved and study it, keep it as a pet, snakes, frogs, amphibians, whatever it was I could get my hands on. So I grew up with this kind of profound sense of wonder about nature. And I was also a science fiction and fantasy fan from the earliest time I can remember, and I was an artist. So my way of processing that was to draw and to paint. I was painting creatures and painting alien worlds for as far back as I can remember. So Avatar is really the sum total of all that. There was no single moment of inspiration. Now the thing that got me off my duff to actually sit down and write it, this movie that I'd had in my head for most of my life in some form or other, was that I was the CEO of a big visual effects company. And I wanted to challenge that visual effects company to go beyond, not just beyond what everybody else was doing, but beyond the beyond. I wanted to be so far out in front that nobody would ever catch us. And that's essentially what Avatar is. It's the most high-tech film in terms of its execution, dealing with essentially a very low-tech subject, which is our relationship with nature. And in fact, the irony is that the film is about our relationship with nature and how our technological civilization has taken us several removes away from a truly natural existence, and the consequences of that to us.
Okay, and because of the successful of the first one, the second one is coming out in 2016. And this is the rank of the most successful movie so far. And you'll see the first one is Avatar, and the second one is Titanic. And he won 49 awards so far. And this is when he got an Oscar in 1998 from Titanic. This is really funny.
The nominees for the Best Achievement in Directing are Peter Catania for The Full Monty, Gus Van Sant for Good Will Hunting, Curtis Hanson for LA Confidential, Adam Egoyan for The Sweet Hereafter, James Cameron for Titanic, the Oscar goes to James Cameron for Titanic.
This is James Cameron's second Academy Award, having picked up tonight's Oscar for Best Editing. Mr. Cameron has written and/or directed 9 films, including The Terminator and The Abyss.
That I can express to you what I'm feeling right now. My heart is full to bursting, except to say, I'm the king of the world!
For my emulation, I did something about Avatar, and this is Pandora. And this one, I did a painting of this class.
That's awesome.
There are a few minutes for questions. So if you have questions for Ploy about James Cameron, or yeah, let's just keep it to James Cameron. Anybody have questions about his directing, his influence?
Yes.
What made you interested in him?
Because I like the movie all the time.
Thank you. Anybody else have any questions about James Cameron?